Okay, so I woke up this morning not expecting the video to actually have gotten more than 10 likes, and it did. So normally I sleep in, but it's 6:24 and I'm headed to Denny's for the first stop. So yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, so Aubrey didn't want me to go to breakfast alone, and she was jealous of all the food I'm gonna eat, so I'm trying to keep it somewhat healthy, but obviously not completely. Just finished with the first meal, which was Denny's. Now I have a slight dilemma. From 8 to noon, they're doing warranty work on my house. So like a sheetrocker is gonna be there, a tile guy, and some other people. So I guess I'll spend that time planning out what I'll do next, and as soon as they're done, I'll go to the next place, probably work out, and then go to another place. So we'll see how many places I can get in. I'm thinking I could probably get to at least 4 places, so Denny's and 3 others today, but we'll see how that goes. Who knows? I'll do my best. Because I have people coming to do warranty work on the house, I can't just go hit up all these restaurants right now. So I've decided I'll do a workout in my garage while I wait for them to come and go. I just need to be here, so at least I can get my workout in now. Then hopefully they'll be done and I can start hitting up lunch places. There's 4 or 5 places like side by side, and I've enlisted one of my friends to come and just join me for these meals, so should be fun. Hopefully it goes as planned, and hopefully there's not a long line. That's another thing. A lot of times when they do these Veterans Day specials and stuff, every year I've always had to wait in like an hour-long line to go to places. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but may not be able to hit a lot of them just because of the amount of time it takes to get to each one. We'll see though. Boom. So stopped at Little Caesars and got the pizza, and we're giving this one away, so happy Veterans Day to somebody. But now we're gonna head to Buffalo Wild Wings, right?
That's right.
Killing it. We just got to Texas Roadhouse and it's packed, so we made an executive decision not to stay in line there and just keep moving, get more food. Just made it to Olive Garden, also very packed, so moving on, heading to either Chili's or Hooters, so we'll see how that goes. Hey, thank you. Have a good day. Brian and I tapped out on that last one, so decided to get it to go and drop it off. So overall, I've still cleared like 3,500 calories a day, which is a lot considering I still got dinner and dessert to go.
Surprise, it's me! I'm here.
So you may remember I said, oh, I'm gonna work out in the garage gym because the contractors were coming over. But it was like, I barely got anything done because they kept coming in and out and people needed to see what they needed to work on. So, what do you want? Is that better?
No, it's just bumpy. We don't have that little like tripod thing that we hold on to, and so it's just kind of bumpy, but it doesn't matter. I just don't want to make people sick, like Blair Witch Project sick.
But yeah, so we went and did, I actually got a workout in this time because Aubrey was wanting to work out because of our Denny's and everything else, so get a good little pump on.
You know, yesterday I was feeling like I was, you know, at a deficit calorie-wise, which is good because, you know, well, that's the point of what we're doing. But yesterday I was like, I don't know if I want to work out tomorrow. Like, I don't have the energy. I think I'm just going to take a rest day. But that Denny's this morning just did the trick. Like, I felt awesome today, so.
Yeah, it's something we haven't talked about, but as you get leaner, refeeds become more important. You know, when you get close to your goal weight, then you can start to introduce refeeds every, you know, 4 to 7 days. And I recommend even when you're far away from your goal weight, still trying to do a refeed every like 14 days or so. And if you don't know what refeeds are, I'll just briefly talk about it. You essentially raise your carbs back up to what your maintenance level is. So if you're 500 calories in a deficit, you raise your carbs up by 125. You might not want to be that drastic with it when you do it, but you know.
And then what about fat and protein?
On a basic level, you just leave everything the same. If you really want to go into hardcore refeeds, then you can essentially, you lower your fats to minimum that day, like as low as you can possibly get them. You lower your protein down to between 0.8 and 1 grams per pound of body mass, and then your carbs make up the difference of whatever back to maintenance calories. So it's not to go into a bulk again, it's to go into maintenance. So that's just quick nitty gritty, but we don't want to get into that. We're gonna go home.
We're gonna shower, and then we're going on a date.
We're gonna eat more food because you guys wanted me to eat a lot of food today, and I can promise you, I ate a lot of food.
I hope you had such a good day, though. Was it fun?
It was fun on the free dessert one. I wish all the places were free desserts.
You got pecan pie, right?
Yeah, it was a bourbon caramel pecan pie.
Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. Mostly just to go on a little date.
And you want to eat Golden Corral's candy bar.
I haven't been there since probably elementary school.
So here we go.
Peace out.
And me, you get off. So 4 plates later, it's time for dessert. Happy Veterans Day, everyone. So thank you for everyone that liked the video and put me through this pain. I'm actually not that full, which is proof that fats are the way to go on high calories. But I just wanted to tell everyone where I went, I guess, today and what I did. But I went to Denny's, Buffalo Wild Wings, BJ's Brewhouse, Longhorns, Hooters, Chili's.
You went to Hooters?
Golden Corral. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something else, but that must be it. Anyways, so I finished the day with 7,234 calories, 737 carb, 310 fat, and 364 protein. This is my guesstimation on everything. I don't know if I got it all correct, but I tried my best to guesstimate everything. A lot of them had their menus in there, but that's me doing the Veterans Day challenge, I guess. I could have went to more places, but a lot of places had really long lines. So I decided not to spend my time. And then obviously, other than Denny's, I didn't get to go out and start eating again until about noon when the contractors that were doing warranty work around our house got done.
I was good at Denny's. I was good at work all day, and then I went a little bit harder than I thought I was gonna go at Golden Corral. But it might be my new favorite cheat place.
But everyone remember that. So when we check in on Sunday and you're like, why do you guys weigh more? Brad went hard for you. You wanted it. So like this video, because I know now that you watch these and you'll like them. So like this video. Thank you guys so much. Happy Veterans Day.
Love you guys. Morning.
Good morning. Okay.
What is it?
198.6. Oh, I thought it did your weight first, and now it's not.
I had to wait for it. Good job. How much weight did you lose?
I lost 0.8 pounds this week.
That's a lot.
Is it gonna go away?
I don't know. We should try to see how different this scale is. I know you said it's a pound, but... Stop! This is the longest it's ever lasted.
It really wants you to see my body fat percentage, my muscle mass, my water weight.
Oh my gosh.
My bone density.
It's like broken, I think.
No, it's no.
143.2.
I would show people, but normally it shows up and now it doesn't. So.
Ugh.
We don't believe any of these numbers, by the way.
Except for the pounds. There we go. Let's see what this scale says. It's 143.6. So.
Yeah, but I can move it across the room and make it something else.
Yeah.
It's only good if you leave it in the same spot and don't touch it. Let's go.
Okay.
Front. Side. Back. Do you want to do your back pose?
No. I hear you creaking
In the morning?
like an old man.
I creak and popping.
Snap, crackle, pop. Brad likes his coffee super sweet.
It's because I'm super sweet. That's where I get my sweetness from.
But you just started drinking coffee.
I know. So, tell people why we're not eating waffles.
It's so sad.
Why? It's not waffle talks.
It's coffee talks because we're going out for brunch this morning with some friends who used to live in Seattle. And they were actually my brother's friends, but I knew of them, and technically they're my friends too. So Brad met them at my brother's wedding, and now they live in Louisiana, and they live in this little like podunk town that's about 3 hours from Houston or something. So they are going to be coming to Houston back and forth, and they wanted to eat brunch with us. So we're going to go to a cute little place in Midtown.
Yeah, we'll show you what we are going to eat.
We looked at the menu last night, and it's a little bit like specialized, I guess.
It's bougie.
It's bougie. It's a little bit bougie. So it's not like your typical brunch where you pretty much have a lot of choices, but it's kind of like fancy. Those are harder places to go when you're trying to eat healthy, but we looked at the menu, and I think we're going to be able to do it. So.
I know a lot of people are going to ask, like, how did you eat over 7,000 calories and you weigh less this week than you did last week? And I'll say a couple of things. One, obviously I could weigh even more less. Even lesser.
Even less. Even less.
Yeah, but I wanted to people to really know.
Okay.
If I wouldn't have done that, Friday, Veterans Day, food eating. But at the same time, I definitely, well, if you remember, I said I was going to do a garage workout, which was like a 30-minute workout, but Aubrey and I then went to the gym and actually did a workout, and I kept the intensity up. Was a lot of pace, like wore my hoodie, got a good sweat on. So, and honestly, some of it's just, I drank a ton of water throughout the day. Like I probably easily cleared over 2 gallons of water, but it's just how it is. I don't really know how to tell people. I can't do that every day, or else I would, but.
Yeah. Do you imagine that it might, like, catch up to you midweek? Like, I know you always have high weigh-ins on, like, Monday and Tuesday, and I do too.
I don't think it will, because I think that I'm not. The problem is when people do that every day, right? When you're dieting, you're not.
Or every week, really. Like, if you did that every week, do you think you would have lost that much weight?
Is much weight that I've lost so far? No. But the problem is they'll go on runs of it. They'll do it for like 3 days in a row, or even 2 days in a row, or
like when we went to Seattle.
Right, and that's when it really becomes a problem. Is because your body will refill its glycogen stores, because when you're cutting, your carbs are lower and your glycogen is never really full. So I think that when you do it multiple days, then you refill your glycogen stores, then everything gets stored as fat instead of being stored as energy, which is a long story on how that stuff actually works. But just know that I don't think that one day is going to sabotage me, but it did, however, it did hinder my process. Because I imagine if I would have weighed in today, I probably would have been like 197 or something. So
I think you needed a good refeed boost.
That's not refeed though.
Well, I mean like a
refeeding
of your body kind of thing.
Right, some people call it a refeed, but I just want to say it's not a refeed.
It's not a true refeed, yeah.
If I was going to do a true refeed day, then I would go to like maintenance calories.
Yeah.
So probably like 3,500 calories for me. And it would be minimal fat, so probably like under 40 grams of fat. My protein would be at like 200, and then the rest would be carbs out of that 3,500. So I don't know, 360, and then 180 is 640. So that's 1,000. So I would have 2,500 calories left for carbs. So that would be 625 grams of carbs. I think I did the math right. It's in my head. Sorry if I didn't.
Yeah, so not a true repeat, but I just mean like, I don't know, you had some good workouts because you ate more. I know I did. I ate more on Friday as well, and it only...
I'm sorry, it'd be 605 carbs because I said 200 protein.
And it only hindered yesterday. I think I was probably holding water. I don't know. I had a 2-pound difference between yesterday
Because
and
you
today.
enjoy Golden Corral too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
So, really, that's what I wanted to talk about most of the day, is that though people don't think it affected me just because the scale didn't go up, it did affect me because the scale didn't go down as low as it could have gone today. But in general, I don't do that very often or ever, really. I've never done that, actually. That was a lot.
You'll probably do something close to that for Thanksgiving. Our plan for Thanksgiving in Montana is to eat as healthy as possible, except for on the day of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We'll talk about our next week check-in. We're going to do it on Friday or on Saturday morning, because we fly out Saturday afternoon to Montana. So we'll do our check-in Saturday morning. We'll probably upload it at the same time as we would upload it on Monday, but we'll have some Montana footage next week. And then, we'll talk about that next week, but really we're not going to worry about macros on Thanksgiving, and we advise you to do the same. And have a good Thanksgiving, enjoy it, and stuff like that. But we'll talk about that next week. But I guess just enjoy the footage of me eating, which you've already seen. Unless I decide to put this in the front, who knows? I'm an editing master. I can do what I want.
Help.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Also, let me say this. I'm slightly disappointed that more of our videos haven't gotten 15 likes, because this one only has like 40 something views right now and has 15 likes, which means some of you guys haven't been liking videos. It's okay. But next time I notice, set the number to a little bit higher.